Proving Ground here tonight, and even dating to the Ultimate Fighter back in 2015, you got the sense pretty early on that we were looking at somebody special. He was able to cap it with the UFC championship. He's back on the horse here tonight.
He has this undying belief in himself. Believe that hard work, all the results will show, and they have Kamar Usman. From the pace and pressure he put on Adesanya to the pace and pressure he put on Woodley, he shows now, and in those fights, why he's one of the best fighters in the welterweight division.
And he's really coming into his own when it comes to his striking. Certainly he's had a lot of standard influences in his ear. Henry Hooft, of course, Greg Jones on the wrestling side. Kamar Usman, as he put it way back in the day, is a real problem. Graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. So Israel Adesanya obviously was mashing through the middleweight division until his rival Alex Pereira showed up. But as he gets back on the Proving Ground here tonight, DC, most people believe on any given Saturday night, this is still the best middleweight in the world.
Well, he's proven it time and time again. He has been the man for so long, it would seem hard for him not to operate in that space. But because he believes in himself, because he recognizes who he is, he takes wins and losses as good as anyone I've ever seen. But when it comes down to the X's and the O's, the guy in his fight ability, Israel Adesanya is as good as they come. A phenomenal kickboxer in much improved wrestling that allows for him to stay upright and make guys fight him where he needs them to.
Really seems as though he is getting closer to that mixed martial arts prime, to your point, in terms of putting all the skills together. Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, back in the octagon here tonight. All right, now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now, he's the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, so we get another look at Israel Adesanya here tonight. Let's see if he can get off to a fast start. He's not a guy that forces the finish. He will tell you as much that he likes to feel things out a little bit early on. He knows his opponent's going to come shooting at those legs. More often than not, short sample size in the UFC, but Israel Adesanya's takedown defense has held up. Israel Adesanya, I don't even know what that was, but it certainly looked pretty, DC. This man brings so many different things to the table as a striker, and I would think would be a very difficult guy for his fellow middleweight contenders to prepare for. All right, so there it is. Just as he said in our fighter meeting, he's going to pursue the clinch at all costs. He doesn't care about the crowd booing. This is how you defeat a kickboxer, and the wrestler's going to try to tire him out here.
Well, yeah, give him no space, give him no distance to operate with, smother him. That's exactly what this wrestler's trying to do.
Throwing that jab now again, the fighter evades. Big power strike there, he could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the octagon or at his mama's house for Thanksgiving. He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
All right, so an opportunity goes by the boards. He had him stunned, nearly finished, and now his opponent has... Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Usman. Making all these shots count. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Usman.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now.
Let's fight, come on.
Just out of range with that right hand.
Usman's doing a real good job with his jab right now.
Beautiful strike there by Israel Adesanya. He's got a lifetime in the game, not a lifetime in the UFC, but you see, this is a lifelong striker who is very dangerous with all those.
Yeah, and when you're standing with Izzy, you're in trouble, man. You're under constant attack the whole time because you never know what he's going to hit you with. And right there, he landed the strike that he was looking for.
Round one winding down here. All right, now a little separation between the two fighters. 5 minutes in the books. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out into the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
Round two is underway.
Leg kick lands, my favorite strike.
We'll see if he can finish. Combinations here. There's that left hand. Now going upstairs with the left hook. Well, you can just see he is oozing with confidence, and not overconfidence, but a big knockdown in round one, likely the source of that confidence.
When everything is going great, you tend to feel like you can walk through a wall. He doesn't need to walk through a wall. He needs to continue to find the right avenues to land those shots.
Usman's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am. Lands a good series of kicks here. Well, when you see Adesanya work on the feet, it's no wonder he's drawn comparisons to the great Anderson Silva, as he is so fond of saying, I don't throw and hope, I aim and fire. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in this second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. All right, gets inside, gets the single collar tie here. Effective jab there by Usman.
When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Man, that is loud and Another strike lands for the kickboxer. He really found that flow state pretty early in this fight, and he hasn't looked back.
He found it really early. And when this guy gets into his groove, he is hell on wheels. And right now he is showing why he is such a high-level, high-regarded kickboxer. He is outclassing this guy.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He certainly has that part of his game going tonight.
He's a fantastic kickboxer, but tonight is the kicks that's leading the dance. Great job moving into his opponent and getting to that single counter.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach.
Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch. And back to his feet. Oh, elbow to the head there by Adesanya. Final seconds here of round 2.
This is big. That's big.
Oh, big ground strike. All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round. Thankfully for him, he will live to see another round. You saw him get knocked down near the end of the round. If there were 10 more seconds, that likely would have been the end of his night.
Listen, okay, you got to come up. All right, hey, it happens.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's a replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight.
He's got to keep pressing here.
Like that!
Back to his feet. All right, well that... That's it, that'll do it!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. Here's Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 38 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so the clean knockout for Israel Adesanya tonight. The last style bender, not forcing the issue as usual, but it is a pretty thing when he puts somebody away.
Well, if you press Israel Adesanya, he will put you to sleep. Once again, he proves why he's one of the best fighters in UFC history.